What's up, guys? Today we're doing a hammock tent review. We've got the Easthills Jungle Explorer Double here, and we're going to show you all about it. Stay tuned.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
What we got here is the Easthills Outdoors Jungle Explorer Double Bug Net Hammock Tent. Now I'm going to tell you right off the jump, I've already set this up once and used it, and they call this a double. I'm not really sure why, because it's not. It's a double in the sense that if I were to get inside this hammock and the other person was to lay directly on top of me and that's how we were going to sleep, then I guess it's a double. Anyway, picked this bad boy up on Amazon because I'm getting old and don't like sleeping on the ground, and me and Kira both like the idea of sleeping in hammocks, and this one was really affordably priced and super comfortable, so pretty easy to set up. The Jungle Explorer comes in 2 bags. One contains your actual hammock tent, your straps, your bug net. The other one contains your rain fly. Now I have set up the tent and the bug net. I have not even opened the rain fly, so we're gonna go on that journey together. This bag is actually part of the tent. Got one tree strap here. Second tree strap here. And out comes the hammock tent. This is actually an external pocket when the tent is all set up. So I'm gonna set that to the side for a second here. One of the things I really like about this hammock tent is actually the tree straps. I have 2 hammock tents, this one and one made by a different company that are both in the same price bracket. And this strap sets this tent apart because even a lot of the more expensive ones don't actually have what this one does. So on one end, you've got the strap with a hoop in it, goes around the tree. This goes around it, you'll see in a minute. On the other end, where the tent actually connects, you've got a hoop here, a hoop here, a hoop here, a hoop here. Yeah, you guessed it, more hoops. That way, when the strap is actually on the tree, if you go to hook to the first hoop and it's not tight enough, you just move to the second one, and so on. It makes getting the tent set at the right pull so much easier than fiddling with a tree strap. So let's go ahead and put one on. Now the instructions say, if I remember correctly, to put it about 5 to 6 feet off the ground. I'm 6'1", so I just kind of start out with the strap at my chest height, a little above. For this demonstration, I'm using a wooden post and a really big tree. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Now, on the end of each tent, you have pre-attached carabiners. Stitching and quality of this hammock is very good, especially for the price point. It's like $70 is I think what I paid for this thing. You just grab your strap and take a guess. Now I'm just going to set it at the very end here. Oh. Grab the other carabiner. Now you can see it's got a long way to go. So the first position obviously isn't the right one. What we're gonna do, this is why I love this strap so much. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, that one's my choice. All right, let's go with some practice or a more competent YouTuber, it would probably already be done. But I just kind of pick the positions and just see how it goes. All right. Let's take a ride. All right. Now the way the bug net is set up is it's got these little hoops. And we're gonna take a string and we're gonna run a string through there and tie it off. Now, out in the woods, you're probably gonna be tying off either end to a branch. I happen to have a dog run cable up here. I'm just gonna hang it there. Now the real question becomes, what did I do with the rope when I put these away? I put it where it belongs, who knew? Now the reason there's two is you've got a run of hoops down one side and a run of hoops down the other. What I will probably do as I use this tent more and more, since I've only used it once, I haven't done it yet, but I think what I'm ultimately gonna do is run this rope through each set of loops and then attach a carabiner to each end and just leave it in the loops so that when I'm out, I can just wrap it around whatever it needs to be wrapped around. Don't criticize me, guys. Let's be honest. Things don't always go in the right way the first time. Please don't creep into the comment section to mock my knot tying skills. I don't have any. I'm aware of it. Tried to kill me. Limbo! Now, if you don't want to use the rainfly, you're done. But we're gonna go ahead and do it. One, because I've never done it before and I need to know how it sets up anyway. And two, just because as easy as this tent is to set up, you might as well set up the rainfly. You never know when stuff is gonna happen. I have absolutely no idea how this thing works. I'm gonna assume that it just drapes over and stakes into the ground, but I don't really know. Stakes. I might actually be right for once. You know what? If you're watching and you know the proper way to actually use these, whatever they are, kudos to you, because I don't. We're gonna end up doing this the old penguin way. What in the... All right, guys, it's losing a few points for me, but this is a correctable issue and not that big of a deal, especially for me because I have what's missing around the house. The rainfly takes a total of 6 cords and stakes. 3 on that side, 3 on that side. Now it does have loops here at the top so that you can string it to the tree, same as the bug net. You could probably do it with the same rope as the bug net, but where it's losing a couple of points is I've got 2 more ropes for the center on both sides, but no more stakes. It's the tent's missing 2 stakes. Not a big deal. I have camping stakes around, but just something to keep in mind. It was missing 2 stakes. Now, this is how she looks with the rainfly on. I know it will keep me dry, and there's a fair amount of privacy that comes with this. I kind of really dig that. I am gonna go ahead and pop the rainfly down real quick though, so that we can do a review inside the tent. All right, moving on to actually getting in. They call this tent a double. I disagree. When you're shopping for tents and you see double, you assume it's a 2-man tent. That's what double says to me. This is not a 2-man tent. Let's hop inside. It takes a second of shifting around and stuff to find your comfort, but it's extremely comfortable. One thing I always forget when I'm setting these is I like one end to be slightly higher than the other, and that's the end that my head goes on. And I did set this one that way. I set one end higher than the other. I'm in the wrong end. My head's facing down, and that's my own fault. So, getting it zippered back up is pretty easy. It's easier than it seems. I just forgot to fold the pocket in. I'm gonna flip this around. You do have to sit up and get to the other one. So when you open it, the less you open the zipper, the easier it is. I opened that one way up, and I don't feel like going up there to get it, so I'm not gonna. Now, when you set it up, the more you spread apart these lines, the more open your bug net is gonna be. I attached them both to the same cable because that's just simply how it's set up out here, but you don't have to. The inside is pretty roomy. It's really hard to film inside of a tent. You can get this thing to spread out pretty well. I mean, guys, it's like sleeping in a hammock. It really is. This material is very breathable, which is nice. Excuse me. But if you're gonna actually spend the night in the thing, you still do need a sleeping bag or some kind of pad under you, or you're gonna get cold. Even in the summertime, you're gonna need something probably below you, at least here in Missouri. Florida, something like that might be different, but understand that this does breathe very well, and while that airflow is nice, at some point overnight you're probably going to get cold. Pocket here for a cell phone to go in, and then up here at the top it's got these hooks. So when the bug net is set up properly and it's spread out like that, you have these hooks up here that you can hang stuff from, like a light or a gear bag or whatever you're gonna hang there, your drink maybe. You got lots of room. Got another cell phone pocket down that end that I didn't even know it had. So super comfortable, guys. It gets you off the ground. It really is just like sleeping in a hammock. So we're gonna head and climb on out of this thing. Okay, now as I was saying a minute ago with these zippers, they run the whole length of the tent and they meet in the middle here. And if you're wondering, yes, you can remove the bug net. You don't have to use it. It works very, very well. It's nice to have it on there. Anyway, these zippers meet in the middle and you open them to climb in. I suggest not opening them past there. And then whichever end your head is going to be on, go ahead and open that one all the way. The end that your head is on, you can reach easily to pull it all the way closed. The other end, as you saw when I was inside and I opened it all the way to here, I could have gotten to it. The hammock's perfectly stable for that, but it's much more of a workout. And if I wasn't getting right back out of it, I would have done it. But you got a bag, a storage bag here. This is also the bag the hammock folds up into. I just kind of wanted to give you a realistic review of the tent. You can set it up in a matter of minutes. And even if you don't tie off the bug net exactly the way you're supposed to, or tie off the rain fly exactly the way you're supposed to, you're good to go. As far as the actual hammock tent setup, you can hook those straps on and have this thing hanging in literally like a minute. As quickly as you can put those straps around a tree, you can have the thing hanging. And those extra loopholes make adjusting this thing so easy. So it really is just super quick, especially without the bug net. But with the whole setup, without filming and with setting it up the right way, you're talking less than 10 minutes. This is a super easy to set up tent, comfortable, stable, well made, comes with everything you need, unless you need 2 more tent stakes. I guess it doesn't come with those. But it's everything you need, and it's currently, at the time that I'm recording this, it's $69.99. You can't beat that. That is awesome. Well, guys, I hope this review helps you out if you're looking at buying a hammock tent. This one is super affordable at $69 currently. Easy to set up, really comfortable, comes with everything you need. It'll keep the rain off you, the bugs off you, and get you up off the ground. If you want to learn more about this tent, I'll put a link in the description to where you can purchase it on Amazon. And again, this is fantastic, and the reviews on Amazon are going to show you the same thing. Well, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. Throw us a thumbs up, and don't forget to click subscribe. We'll see you next time.